Hello everybody. Today I'm asking the question, to graze or not to graze. Out in our pasture here, you can see I have been grazing because there's the remnants of some manure. Anyway, when I'm looking at these grass plants down here, I'm trying to think, are these grass plants deteriorating because I'm not grazing them? At any one moment I have the choice to graze a field with my animals, my cows, or to rest it, to not be there. Now, everything good happens in rest. Everything I want to happen as a grass farmer happens in rest. The grass is growing, it's improving its health. We're building soil health and biology. All the good stuff happens during rest. It's not actually the grazing itself that does the good. When an animal comes along and grazes, clips off some grass like that, that's a pretty catastrophic event for a plant, actually. That's very stressful. Now, by all means, it's required in most places in the cycle of things. I'll drop that. But it's not good on its own for a grass plant. It's only really good if followed by a sufficient amount of rest. So really, at any one moment, did I say this? I think I did. I'm trying to think, is this grass suffering for me not grazing it? Now the answer here is no. I've got some quite short, some quite stressed, overgrazed grass plants here. I can tell that by several reasons. Obviously I actually know when I last grazed it, so that's a bit of a hack. I'm not just some sort of wizard, but this grass is really quite stressed. It's not recovering at all. We're August 26th here, summer in the UK. You can see where this plant was last grazed, not really recovered. It's been a few weeks, nothing's bouncing back, so it's not doing very well. But this pasture, where I am specifically, it's just dying for a bit of rest. It's dying for a bit of rest. It just wants to chill out a bit. We've all been like that every now and again. But yes, that's the question I'm asking at any one time. Now, when I look around, actually, there's no examples I can see, unfortunately, of somewhere where the grass is suffering for not being grazed. I wish I could show you that. But often in a place, in a field, you might have over-rested, or you've rested the plants to a point where they're fully recovered, and it's actually going to be beneficial for the animals to come in and do a graze. Like I said, it's still going to be stressful on the plant, but for the whole cycle and the whole ecosystem, a grazing event would be really good in some places. Not for this, not where I'm pointing. Don't pay attention to that. That's being grazed, that's fine. That's resting now. But yes, and look, if we do get to that point where the grass has grown up and it's recovered, we're not going to waste it. It's not a waste. Everybody says, oh, they're worried about wasting grass, trampling it on the floor, letting it go to seed. It's a waste. It's not a waste. All you can waste is the potential for the future. You can't waste the actual grass. Do you think nature's going to grow this? You're telling me that's going to grow and then everything's going to suffer because it doesn't get eaten? Not really. I don't think that's really how Mother Nature designed the system. So you're not going to suffer. You can't waste the grass itself. I do think you can waste potential, though. You can graze at it or manage grass in a certain way that wastes potential, and not the most efficient for the system, or the most beneficial for nature. So yes, if we get this point, say I leave this for many months and it grows up, it's fully recovered, fully rested, then I might get to a point where I walk out here as I am today with my trusty spade, and I say that is suffering because I'm not grazing it. At which point I want to come in and graze it straight away. Or at least I'd want to, perhaps you'd cut it for hay, or you'd at least want to defoliate it, clip it in some way, ideally with the animal, because look, they leave their lovely manure behind, which is an awfully efficient system. They fertilize it as they go. So ideally that's what you would do. But when I'm looking here, is this suffering because I'm not grazing it? No, it's not. Look, it's got to recover. It's really got to recover. So I'm not going to rush back here. Yeah, and that's all I wanted to say, really. I've been digging here. Where was it? Look at that. This is the start of an anthill. I don't think you'll be able to see any ants in the video. maybe. But these ants are kind of moving in here. I don't really know why they do that. If you know that, please tell me. Please leave a comment or something if you're watching this. But yeah, that's what's going on. So that's interesting. And all is well. Otherwise, thank you for joining me. Thank you for listening. And we'll see you next time. Goodbye.